wanted to jump over to this, recent trailer for a recent documentary that was on HBO, and it's specifically about VR chat. So VR chat is this what I see as really the metaverse before Mark Zuckerberg rolls it out as his Ready Player One version of the universe of the meta universe or whatever you want to call it, metaverse, omniverse. So the metaverse already exists. Anybody that plays video games, in my opinion, or does virtual reality with a Oculus headset has some taste of it because that's where everything's going with the metaverse. The idea that we're all going to live in some kind of parallel universe. But this is, in my opinion, right here, VR chat. This is a documentary on HBO. We met in virtual reality, right? So this is the trailer for it. So what I noticed immediately was, there's obviously anybody can be anything in VR land, right? But it's really is legitimately a parallel universe. Once you put on your headset, you're plunged into this whole weird world, really. But one thing I noticed immediately was a lot of, there's definitely an anime influence, heavy anime influence. But it's really, you can be any avatar, be any character. You do what, there's so many different little worlds and rooms you can go into that people have created. And there's digital artwork all over the place. And it's really quite expansive. I had no idea, honestly, until I saw this documentary of how extensive it had already developed, like to the degree that this universe already developed. Maybe I'm a little behind the times. I was very familiar with virtual reality. I just always kind of thought of it in terms of like, playing a game with the headset on or, just kind of walking around the room or that kind of thing. I didn't realize there was this interconnectivity happening with something like VR chat, and it's to me it represents like the new cultural underground, kind of like a digital virtual underground parallel universe that is really cool. I was quite shocked because a lot of the characters I'm seeing online or whatever, and it's really diverse because I mean you could be any character. You can be Captain Crunch or whatever you want to be in the thing, and it's kind of funky, but also a lot of people are just spending their entire all day, all night. They get home from school, they plug on their headset, their Oculus headset or whatever, and then they're gone into VR land all night long. And then they pass out with the headset on, and really, I don't know. It's kind of crazy, like how disconnected from reality things are getting. So I find it disturbing, but also what I'm finding, particularly with this documentary, this is just the trailer, but a lot of the characters, a lot of people have horns and they have the little satanic symbols on them, and they have tails, and it's almost like some kind of weird demonic portal part of it, you know. And because you don't see anybody and you just hear all kinds of voices coming from all these different directions, it creates like this total chaos type atmosphere. It's like some kind of realm of like chaos magic or something, like some kind of portal, really, which is that's what I found very disturbing. So I just want to show some clips of this. And again, this is the We Met in Virtual Reality trailer for this new HBO documentary. It came out a few months ago, whatever the case, but
what gets him up out of bed in the morning. I am a teacher for Helping Hands, a sign language community here in VR chat. Hand rested under our elbow, and we're gonna go like this. Christmas.
Slow. Quick, slow. If I had confidence that I could teach dance as a living in VR, I totally would do exactly that.
With a long-distance relationship, having VR is a game changer.
We are 5,000 miles apart, but we're gonna try our best to make it work.
yeah. So I just want to go back real quick. See, now you see like the horns. See, they get these horns. Now this is like a thing, right? And also, say like at the beginning, they talk about sign language, teaching some sign language. I mean, there's a lot of positive things happening in VR chat. I don't know. I don't have an Oculus headset. I don't really get into that kind of thing. I'm not interested, but maybe just like with the internet, I'm sure there's some positive things happening on that side, but I'm also seeing just everything on the internet regarding VR chat and other things like it. I assume there's other, you know, different areas of the VR land that are similar in orientation, maybe the same kind of approach, same kind of format. You can kind of basically just create whatever you want with different worlds. Developers can create like an entire planet if they want to, and everybody can go hang out there. And that's the idea. It's really like truly a parallel universe. But what I'm noticing is this whole consistent theme with a lot of, so again, the horns, right? That's like a consistent thing. And then a lot of people have tails for some reason, which I just find is really odd. So this is weird. Like, this is Gizmo. There's just a lot of goofy stuff. And, I'm not saying any of that's bad, but it's just, caught up in these, again, tails, horns, this whole kind of demonic influence going. Again, another whole bunch of, everybody's got the horns over here, the ears, this whole, I don't know, kind of bestiality oriented component to this. And to play a little bit.
Miles apart, but we're gonna try our best to make it work.
This year has been really hard. The thing that has kept me sane has been VR and the VR community. I would not have weathered this without you guys. 3, 2, 1, Happy New Year!
You can be who you've always wanted to be, and you can, in a way, start over.
Yeah, so I just want to kind of go back here. And again, it looks really neat. It's really creative. Everybody can go anywhere. Go to some Jurassic Park land or something. But again, it's the horns. Everybody's got the horns. They got the tattoos. This whole kind of very sexualized thing going on. But it's people doing whatever they want. Again, here we go. Everybody has like the tails, the ears. It's kind of, I don't know, go into like the furry stuff where they want to dress up like cats and animals and go to school like that, I guess. And again, more horns. And it just kind of, when I actually watched the actual documentary, because I've seen most of it at this point, it was struck me just really odd, because this is all happening in some kind of like parallel universe.
You can be who you've always wanted to be, and you can, in a way, start over.
We can come together and support each other. This community means a lot to me, and I really want them to know that they're loved.
It's been a year since I've seen Kevin's IRL body.
Sounds
or
funny.
his IRL avatar.
So there you go. Interesting. So, I definitely was going to show this other video, but there's all this swearing and it was kind of got out of control or whatever. But it really gets kind of lewd, I have to admit. I mean, it's sad because you figure like a lot of kids are getting into this kind of thing, and younger people are getting into this. So hopefully they're not getting carried away, and it's unfortunate if they are, but it's just like, I just find, I don't know, it's weird. I have to say, there's a lot of creepy, weird stuff going on. Like I said, like some kind of demonic portal, and it looks like like a thing. People are into the horns. Just like any kind of fad that comes along. I just remember growing up, and every year there was like a new fad. People dress a certain way. They wear like some cool kind of bracelet or necklace or whatever, or they rolled up the pants or whatever the new thing is. It ends up being this this reality for a lot of people. So it looks like this whole thing with the horns and the ears and the tails and it's very satanic look. It looks like a new kind of fad trend. I don't get that. I guess I don't. Why would it be this like trend? Why are people getting into that? And that's again the demonic influence, and you see it all over the place. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but these are some things I definitely wanted to analyze and bring to people's attention. So the world is definitely changing in a lot of ways. A lot of these things are like taking over. VR is definitely taking over. You know, whether Mark Zuckerberg has created the metaverse or not, the metaverse exists and it's in its full fledged format. So VR chat is definitely, you can look at it as such, the VR or the cultural underground of VR in essence. So pretty crazy